Yeah, so shout out to this comment. It pretty much sums up my entire thoughts when it comes to like the modern state of superhero media, when it comes to doing the right thing and upholding the right thing, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and heroes prevailing in the long run. Like I basically get the gist of the comment, and I just wanted to leave this here for you guys to read. Pause if you want to read the entire thing, but thank you for your comment. It means a lot, Janice, and peace. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. Psalms 31:24.
A few minutes later.
Some of my subscribers actually reached out to me a couple times to talk about this video, and so here it is. So this one goes out to you, my man. Like honestly, you've been very patient. So shout out goes out to you. Now let's get into it. So, do I have an issue with female like lead roles or like female characters? It's like there's not really an issue itself with the idea of having like females in action roles. Issue. Like the issue I have is that it's never believable. Like the issue I have with female protagonists in the modern day, it isn't their existence itself. Like I personally could give less of a like one of my favorite shows are freaking Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like gang, I'm on season 4 now. Like and I like the show. Like it's not an issue to me when it's like believable and explained. Like I'm tired of seeing like 90-pound women in modern media like literally kick the shit out of giant hulking men as if they were nothing to them. Example of a well-written female character in action stars is a character called Atomic Blonde in the movie Atomic Blonde. Basically, she's a secret agent who deals with a lot of physical violence, and the way she deals with it is the way most people do. Only difference is she's a woman, and of course, it shows the reality of doing that. You know, they show in the beginning of the movie she's taking an ice bath, and the bruises, cuts, scars, and other types of issues that these jobs will elicit. And even in the action scenes and set pieces that I'm showing on the screen in the B-roll and A-roll footage, you can see what I mean by that. And it's very realistic. I like it. I like it a lot for that. She fails. She takes damage. She gets bruised. Those are examples of a human character that a lot of media nowadays seem to have forgotten. Another way is Buffy, obviously. Like, I even made a whole thing about it in the rest of the video. You'll see that later on. But anyway, thank you for listening, and let's get to the main part of the video. Like that's my issue. It's like have a sense of believability onto why and how. Have the actresses look like they can actually handle themselves. A prime example is Gina Carano. Like she looks like she can actually beat up grown men. Like that's not an issue for me. Like have the women look believable in the roles that you want me to see them in. Have them actually struggle realistically to their gender versus what they fight up against. Like that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for believability because when you see these men in these action roles, they always look like they can handle themselves in a fight for the most part. Like you never really see too many people, too many men specifically, that look like they couldn't handle themselves in a brawl, in a bar fight. You know, most of them look like, okay, yeah, I believe you can whoop someone's ass. Prime example, Hulk. Yeah, he's a giant, massive man. No shit, he can beat up people. Like, bro, even She-Hulk, as much as I want to shit on it, at least she looks like a built woman who's realistically in shape when she's in her Hulk form, and she doesn't just look like a guy with a woman's face on it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, for some reason, like most shows and movies nowadays, they want me to believe that these tiny little frail types of women that they cast, specifically that they cast in these roles, can beat up giant hulking men. And like even when I can put past the physical aspect, just looking at the fight scene, as fast paced as the male counterparts. They have to pull their punches a lot more than like, you know, the female counterparts have to, because they genuinely can't feel their punches whenever they do fight up against men. It's like my issue is, again, the believability aspect of it goes more than just aesthetics. It goes into filmmaking, it goes into fight choreography, and a lot of it just isn't believable. And I feel like even if the most disingenuous fan of these, even if the most wokey of wokes can even sit here and admit that, yeah, it just don't look as good, it just ain't as like realistic, then we'd be fine. Like at least with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the choreography got better through each season. I would argue season 4 right now that I'm on is like the peak of fighting right now, depending on like how the, I repeat, biggest issues I have with like female-led action movies specifically is, again, they don't lean into the femininity or the grace of women. You know, women are typically more agile and more fast twitched than like men are. They can move a lot more fluidly, they can move a lot more gracefully than men do in general, just on a biological level. Yet the fight scenes never portray that. They just show a bunch of women overpowering the shit out of grown men as if they are in the same weight class. And that's what I'm talking about. It just isn't believable, and I just don't buy it. That's my issue. I don't give a damn that you want to have your super, oh, I'm a woman moment. I don't care, for real, for real. I really don't give a fuck. Like, Buffy never had to scream in your ear that, oh, I am woman, hear me roar, I am powerful. It's like, gang, no. She was the Slayer. That was her whole thing. Like, she didn't really care, and yet they still show
for women who could be strong, who could be sensitive, who could make mistakes, and who could still kick some
the vulnerability with her as a woman. It's like, gang, yes, she has supernatural super strength on par with literal beasts and monsters that she goes up against, yet she's still a woman. She's still feminine. She still has her grace. She still has things and wants, and she still has a heart. She still wants to love and find romance and find and build connections with her friends and family. Like, she doesn't just act like a guy with a vagina like most action women nowadays. Like, and y'all know what I'm talking about here. It's like, bro, people get on me for hate and pray. I'm like, gang, she just does everything she wants to do. And it's like, how am I supposed to believe that no one wants her to see her, you know, succeed if she just does everything in full succession better than even her male counterparts who've been doing this for years? So again, this is what I mean. You just have most, like, it's like most female action stars nowadays, men in female skin. They just act and walk like every stereotypical trope that they had on men in the late and early 90s when it came to action movies. They took the worst lesson from these action movies and plastered it on every female character now, to where they're all the same person, just a different genre or a different skin tone. They're all the same warrior woman. They all have the same stoic, stern, and aggressive demeanor. And it's crazy because it feels like they auto-corrected or over-corrected when it came to the men, because now they're overly sensitive, weak, meek, no confidence type of characters. And you know what I mean. I don't even have to use a specific example. Just look at any movie in the past 5 years. And I'm being generous with 5 years, by the way. And you can see exactly what I mean by that. It's like, it just took an entire 180. Everything is backwards when it comes to what they portray from men to women nowadays. And it's so crazy because now the women act like the flanderized version of male actors and male like superhero or male like action leads, and you see it every day, which is, again, I repeat, that is the issue. It isn't the fact that these characters exist as women that is the problem. It is the fact that it isn't believable in the slightest when they do exist in these spaces. It's like, gang, it's like seeing women in male dominated fields. It's like, yes, you can do it, but not as efficient, and that's just realistic, and we see that. I don't get what's wrong with just being honest about that. It's not, like, you're not a sexist for seeing the freaking bullshit for the trees and admitting, like, you're not an asshole for admitting that, yeah, a lot of this shit just isn't passable in real life, and yeah, my suspension of disbelief just goes out the window when, again, a 5'3" woman can beat up a 6'6" man as if he was, again, a paperweight and he just got thrown across the room. At least have her train, give some physicality, get her in the gym, get her on a workout plan, make it believable at least. And they just don't do that, and it's so weird to me. Another example is like Wakanda Forever, and I'll leave it off with that. Nigga, look at her. She didn't even try to get in shape to be the next Black Panther. If you're gonna freaking gender swap them, at least put in the effort. Like, I saw her in the suit, I saw her outside the suit, and I'm like, gang, she doesn't even look like she's 90 pounds. Like, what are we talking about here? And again, people are gonna get mad at me, but it's like, look at the character, look at the actress. Am I wrong? Anyway, that's the end of the video for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.